Champion from Fullerton, Brent Wetovick. And it's Wetovick to the line.
Getting ready for state track, I knew I was behind the 8 ball being in the slow heat in Class D. You know, that's the slowest 800 of the day. Me and my coach were just talking. We had my times where I wanted to be at the 200 mark, at the halfway mark, at the 400. And then with 600 yards left, just told me to look up at the board, at the big scoreboard. It worked out really good. Usually I can't run against the clock that well. Usually it takes some competition to push me. But that day, I guess I raced the clock really well. I like competition and I like big crowd. It just happens for me. I don't know why, but I run faster times at big meets. It definitely helps to have a couple thousand people cheering you on. So it was a good day. It's adrenaline rush. Out of your comfort zone, it kind of gets your heart racing a little bit, and then you know, you look around and you see the lights and the cameras and the crowds, and it gets you going. So that definitely is a big thing for me. You go from weeks where I don't go to town hardly at all, and then once you get down to Omaha and Burke Stadium, especially in Papillion this year and stuff, once you get to the big cities and the big crowds, it really gets me going. Go on big family vacations, we'll have 60, 70 people with us. And when we get together, especially on my mom's side, it gets loud. The loudest person is right. It's always a good time when you get that many of us together. It can look like a lot of things. Some days it has absolutely nothing to do with track. A lot of days it's that way. Between work on the ranch, it's hard to fit in workouts and runs. And then some days I work out 3 or 4 hours a day, you know, getting ready for cross country this year or whatever. During the summer, every day is different. And then during the season, it has to become a lot more structured. You have to, you know, lift weights a little bit more. I think a lot of guys, they always say like embrace the grind, or it's you know, every day is a grind, and I guess I can't say that I believe in that too much. I think if you're constantly grinding from whether it be 7th grade on to your senior year or maybe even just freshman year on, if you're always pushing your body 100% pretty much every day, you just wind up hurt and injured. Instead of taking a break during the off season, you end up taking a mandatory break during the season, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. I want to do well in cross country, and I want to make a big impact on my team in basketball and be a leader on the track team too. So every run's different because I got tons of routes that I can run, so I always try and mix it up as much as possible. I think mixing it up is important because, like, if you run the same route every day, which I know a lot of people do that, and they just try and take off time off that route. To me, that's a little bit easy. Your body can get used to that, and then you're not actually improving. You're just improving your time a few seconds every time. But I think to really get in shape and really push yourself, you need to mix it up every day and give your body new challenges. When it's a circle and it's flat, that's the easy part. It's out here in the hills when it's curving and winding and twisting and up and down. That's the hard stuff. So between my freshman and sophomore year, I tried to run 200 miles and I actually did get it done. So I was working, and between work and stuff, I'd end up running at night a lot. I have my phone playing music and then the knife, and my dog's with me at night, and I'd put a headlight on. So I got my dogs always with me to protect me, but Yep, there's all sorts of crazy things. I'd run into coons at night a lot, and my dogs would get in fights with them, and I'd be listening to them fight and scratch and claw and screaming and stuff. You know, you can run into a lot of other things too. My neighbor, on one of the routes that I ran a lot, he said he saw a mountain lion. So it's kind of scary out there. That's why I carry the knife, is definitely for the big stuff, the coyotes and the bobcats and the mountain lions. So. My goals for cross country, I'm gonna try and place at state. That's one of my goals. Basketball, we made it to playoffs this year. We got knocked out first round, but we're looking to go deeper into the state tournament. For track, if I can improve my time just a little bit more in both the 400 and the 800 especially, that's what I'm really pushing for is the 4 and the 8. If I can just take off a second or two in the 8 and then maybe half a second more in the 400, I'll definitely be happy with that. What's a good thing? The air's always fresh out here, which I love. It's always, you know, the stars are bright, everything's clean, it's quiet at night, and the only thing you can hear is the bullfrogs and the coyotes howling at night. That's the only thing that could ever even bother you, and it definitely doesn't bother me. That's a soothing sound to me. So anytime I'm in the city and stuff, I'm kind of out of my element a little bit. I love it out here. So I wouldn't want to be anywhere else ever. So.